Hello lovelies, this video comes to you today from the perfect world where I read all of the books on a list that I give to you. I used to make TBRs, but then I never followed through because I read based on how I feel, and I don't know how I feel until after I finish a book. But today I got a hankering to make a list of books that I would like to read before the end of 2013 in order to meet my challenge on Goodreads, which I lowered down to 55, and I don't think I ever talked about it on this channel, but I've decided that every year I will make it my goal to read at least one more book than I read the year before. Last year I read 54 books, so this year I want to read 55 books. I've read 45 books so far, and so I have 10 books that would be cool if I read before the end of 2013. As long as I read 10 more, I don't really care if it's these or not, but I'm going to share these with you anyway. The first book is the book that I'm currently reading, and this is the book that I, alongside some Friends of Wonderly ladies, chose to read for Banned Books Week, and it is Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. I'm having kind of a hard time with this really short book. I'm about halfway through, so I'll probably finish it this year. The next book I would like to read in the year 2013 is The Laramie Project. It is a play by Moises Kaufman and the members of Tectonic Theater Project. And the reason I want to read this is because the university that I work for has a common book, and this year, since it's a play, the university's theater program is also putting on this play, and I want to go see it, and I want to read it before I see it, and then probably do a review for both of those, but maybe not here. If you're unaware of what the Laramie Project is about, it's about a hate crime that happened in the small town of Laramie towards a young gay man. This kind of revolves around the members of the community of Laramie. And then I want to read this book that I was very excited to get, Geek Girl Model Misfit. And this is the sequel to the first book, Geek Girl, that I read earlier this year. It just follows the character on her next adventure. I'm really looking forward to this. I know I'll probably read this in like one sitting, so I'd like to do that soon, but I have to finish those other two first. The next book is a book that hasn't yet come out, and I'll probably get it for my Nook, but I haven't decided yet, and it is Just One Year by Gail Forman, and it is a companion novel to Just One Day that I read earlier this year and loved, and I'll probably read this the day or one of the following days after it comes out. The next few books are all books that are on my Nook. The first one is Vicious by V.E. Schwab, also known as Victoria Schwab. I think she wrote The Archived, a young adult novel. This book is an adult novel, and it seems to explore the dynamic of a friendship that ends up being an arch nemesis relationship, and the dynamic of bad guys, and how many times can I say dynamic. Lauren at Ren Killiam raved about this book, so it's probably pretty good. The next book is a book that I started earlier this year but was just not in the right brain space to read, and I'm hoping to read this before the end of October, and it is The Shining by Stephen King. My husband has been wanting to watch the movie because he's never seen it before, and I've never seen it before, but of course I want to read the book first. So I'm hoping to get that done this month. The next book is The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith, also known as J.K. Rowling. You've probably already heard of it. Basically, it's just a crime novel written by J.K. Rowling, and I've heard that it is excellent. The next book that I'd like to read on my e-reader is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. It's quite a beast of a book. I was just going to check it out from the library, but I didn't want to carry a heavy book around, so I got it on my Nook. I'm being overambitious by thinking that I'm going to finish this book by the end of the year, but I'd like to at least start it because it seems like a very promising fantasy for someone who isn't a huge fantasy reader. So we'll see how that goes. I don't have a copy of the next book with me, but I do have it checked out from the library, and it is The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Since the announcement of the movie, I thought that I would pick up the book and give it another read because I don't remember it. I know I've read it, but I'm just going to give it another read, and I figure it'll be a nice little read in between all of the other books that I'm reading. And the last book on the list that I would like to read in the year 2013 is The Book Thief by Marcus Cusack. Since the movie is coming out on November 15th, I want to reread it before it comes out, but I've been wanting to reread it anyway because I go around saying it's my favorite book, but I've only read it once, so I want to make sure that my love is real. Hopefully I will get to some of those books this year and do some book talks on them. If there are any that you would like me to definitely read and review, let me know, and if you've read any of these, tell me all about them in the comments section. That's all I have for you today. I hope to see you very soon. Bye.